Technology group, I'll give a brief snapshot and would then request Professor Arunachalam, who was one of our speakers, to also put in his 2 cents in the outcome. The first presentation was by Mr. Pavan Kumar, who shared his experiences in the district of Mewat in Haryana, which is probably one of the poorest districts, not only in Haryana, but possibly in a large part of that region. And he described how mobile technology was helping the farmers there to be able to get more information, timely information on crop protection, on agriculture practices, on virtually the entire ecosystem that can help them raise better crops and more yield and all those things. He took us through a lot of processes that are in place to get that to reach that objective, and also shared with us the impact in specific terms on what the project has achieved. He also had a set of recommendations which I found to be extremely interesting, which such projects or such processes could do in order to have a better and more useful benefit from such projects. Professor Arunachalam then took us in his presentation through whole history, if I may say so, of mobile technology and how it has evolved to its current day. His primary focus on how mobile phones can be used to alleviate poverty and what is the role they can play and they should play in terms of utilizing their reach, their penetration in the various markets around the world, and their ability to achieve goals which probably computers and internet cannot. Also, we had a very good discussion after these two presentations. There was a lot of discussion on bottom of the pyramid marrying technology and having an impact, sort of covering the last mile. There was a discussion, a big discussion rather, on the future. So is it going to be voice or is it going to be data? So there were a lot of opinions, saying that it could be data focused. Some people thought that it would be voice focused. But overall, the impact was that we have reached a stage on mobile phones when it's actually difficult for us to even project what it would be 4 or 5 years down the line. The market and the cycles are moving so fast that even 2 or 3 months seem to be, changing the whole cycle. The iPhone was taken as an example. The way things have been changing in the devices market was taken as an example. So the overall discussion was can be divided essentially into two parts. One, that the development is there, it's happening, it's constant, and two, how it can be used to really hit the bottom of the pyramid properly and have the impact. I would also request Dr. Arunachalam to put in a few words.
Ashish did a good job. Let me try and supplement what he said. When we talk about internet or mobile in the context of development, we often tend to emphasize technology, and I would believe it is important to go beyond technology, and it's important to think about people, their social and economic development conditions, and essentially public policy by the government and other organizations. And while we are at it, the development experts, apart from doing the work in the field and gathering a lot of anecdotal evidence, should go beyond anecdotal evidence, and they should look at careful measurement, like academics do in the laboratory, and through something like controlled trials, randomized controlled trials kind of thing. It's very important, and there have been some examples of such studies, not very many, but rare, but excellent studies, especially by economists. We talked about the two major examples by Robert Jensen of Harvard and Jenny Akers. One in the fishing communities of Kerala, the other in the farming communities of Niger. I think we should take those examples and go ahead. And we also mentioned that in the morning, Professor Swaminathan himself expressed his opinion on need for measurement as well as public policy. I think these two words are the key for furthering development beyond what we have achieved so far. In the last 15 or 20 years, ICT for development has achieved something, no doubt. But it can achieve a lot more if we also go beyond what we have done, beyond anecdotal evidence and so on, and look at measurement and public policy and randomized controlled trials and academic kind of exercise. And the easiest way to achieve that, if we don't have the skills ourselves, to find someone who has the skill and bring him to us for collaboration, the academics, the industry and so on. Thank you.